What exactly are male body image issues? I've been going on about this for a few months now, and I don't think I've actually addressed what male body image issues actually are. So let's get into it. If it's your first time joining, my name's Punith. I'm the creator of The Male Man, the brand focused on breaking the stigma around male body image issues and the mental health impact it can have on you. If you have watched before, thank you for returning. I'm glad that my slight monotone voice hasn't put you off. But also importantly, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, like the videos, comment, because ultimately if we're not sharing this message and getting it out there to the people that really need to hear it, it's just me really talking to a camera. And that's a shame, because I know there are thousands and thousands, millions of people globally, males of all ages, shapes and sizes, that are probably going under the radar and being impacted on a daily basis with their own insecurities, the way they feel judged. So this is a platform, this is a brand to address that, to break that stigma, to normalize the topic of different male body image insecurities. And ultimately, I've lived this for 38 years and I'm still living it today. And I've just had enough. I want to spend the next 38 years just living with a bit more peace, without constantly feeling like I'm being judged or constantly worrying about what are they thinking of me because of the way I look, my body shape. Because ultimately, we are all built different. Every single person is built in a different way. So there is no normal way of looking. There is no perfect body shape. So you shouldn't feel any less about yourself because you might not look the same as 99% of people out there. And it definitely shouldn't have an impact on what you can achieve. So show some support, like, subscribe, help me to really push that message out there and to help more males feel more confident and happier with themselves. So what are male body image issues? Well, quite simply, they could be anything that you're insecure about. So for me personally, it's my body shape, my body size. I've got fat in places that other people don't, or not many people do. And I have done ever since I was, probably primary school age. Moobs, love handles, stomach fat. But it wasn't just about my body size and shape. Ever since the age of 12, I had some seriously bad acne. I'm talking, there was a higher proportion of my face covered in acne than there wasn't. My face was red, filled with pus. And having to deal with that going through school, I tell you, that wasn't easy. And even today, I still get quite bad breakouts, but I've learned how to control that. I've learned what actually triggers me. Back in school, I didn't know any of this stuff. If I had done, then I would have probably been able to manage that and have a few happier years rather than being so crushed by this disease that kind of overtook my face. I'll try and find some old pictures because many of you might be watching this and you're thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? Your skin looks fine. But truthfully speaking, my skin might look okay today, but I'm still having to wear a bit of makeup just to cover some new and old spots that are coming through. The redness is there, and yeah, for most people that's just a normal Tuesday. Even one spot, I freak out, I panic. It really impacts me mentally. But I think it all kind of boils down to not just the spots or the way I've felt because of my size. Growing up where I did, colour was actually quite a big factor. That it was a big reason why I felt so different. It might not be so much the case now, but racism was a lot more present when I was growing up, especially being, I think, two coloured kids in my entire primary school, and then probably one of 3 or 4 non-white kids in my 800 student secondary school. You stand out, and you're made to stand out. So skin colour was also a big factor contributing to my male body image issues. And whilst I don't really have too much concern about skin colour these days, for me it is more about skin, acne, body shape, body size, fat levels, moobs, man boobs, whatever you want to call it. Those are kind of more of the issues that I face on a day-to-day basis. I think the racism and the kind of the skin comments about being, different colour, it did probably chip away at some part of my mind, and it does have an impact on me today. So I'm not saying that that's not a problem. It's not a problem in kind of the way I view it today, but it's had its toll on me already, if you get what I'm saying. But these are just my issues. Others might have other concerns, and they could literally be anything. It could be that you're too bothered about how tall you are, or how short you are, or how underweight you are, that you can't put on weight or muscle. Or you could be like me and you can put on muscle and fat quite easily, but then you can't lose that. You might have different skin conditions, you might have different kind of hairline concerns, you might have scars, you might have birthmarks, you might have 6 fingers. It literally could be anything. But this goes back to my original point that we are all built different. There is no normal way of looking. Just because there's an influencer on Instagram showing off his body or physique in the gym, that's great for him. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But don't feel like you need to look like him, or don't feel bullied by them that you need to look like them to fit in, or to gain friends, or to be successful, or to get the girls. I'm living proof that you can achieve whatever you want to by just being confident in yourself. I'm not saying I'm fixed or I'm the finished product. I still suffer with these things every single day. And perhaps if I was more confident, I probably could have achieved even more. But I still have the things that I wanted to, or the things that I was worrying that I wouldn't ever achieve. Like the beautiful wife, like the family, like the career, the house, the car. You can achieve whatever you want to. But you have to just be confident and believe in yourself. Have that kind of self-worth. You're worth more than what you think you're worth. Especially if if you're being told otherwise, that you need to look in a certain way in order to achieve certain things, it's complete nonsense. It's bullshit. If you're hanging about with people that are telling you that, leave. Find new friends. Find new people to hang out with. People that can support you. People that value you for you and what you can bring to the table, not because of how you look. Body image issues and insecurities, they can come in so many forms, types, and they can impact people in different ways. I'm not an expert in the science behind a lot of this stuff or the conditions that different people might have. I'm an expert in what I have, because I live this and I've lived it every day for 38 years. So I can definitely relate to people who have similar concerns and insecurities that I do. But I'm here just as a voice, some encouragement to kind of, if you're you know, in the younger generation and you're kind of feeling insecure about certain things, or if you've got kids who are in that sort of younger age group and you're worried about some of the things that they're saying, or if you've noticed things about them, or it could be like, you know, you've got a teenager who's suddenly developed acne and they've just suddenly gone a little bit quiet, or you've noticed a change in their behavior. Talk to them, find out what's going on. They might not want to talk at first, but there's a good chance that they have some sort of concern about themselves. And believe me, you want to address that before it's too late. Like with me, it can end up being anxiety, depression, some horrendous thoughts about yourself, low self-worth, low confidence, no self-belief. It can literally take over your life. And that could happen to anyone. And that's why it's so important to just try and address this with anyone in your life, or anyone that you know who have these types of concerns, or you think that they're going down a little bit of a dark route. I'm just a voice. I'm trying to raise awareness of this topic. I'm trying to normalize and make people feel that they can look however they want to look. I'm not saying don't exercise, get really morbidly obese and, you know, cut your life short. That's literally the opposite of what I'm saying. I'm an advocate for fitness and keeping fit and prolonging your life. I've started running exactly for that. I don't want to die early, but I'm running purely because I want to, and I want to live longer. If I'm the same body shape I am now, but I'm healthy and my heart's healthy, that's more important to me. And it should be important to you as well. But if you want to lose weight because you want to, if you feel, you know what, I've had enough of being this size and I want to do something about it, do it. Do it for you. Don't be bullied into doing it by someone else. Use your kind of own self-drive and motivation to achieve that goal for you. But don't make other people, or don't let other people rather, force you to doing something like that just because that's the answer. As always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate the support. I need more, and I'm not just saying this because that's what every YouTuber says. This is an important topic to me, and I know it's something that impacts so many of the males out there of all ages, but it's just something that we don't talk about, and I want to help people before it's too late. And honestly, I'm still trying to help myself. Helping you, building this community out, seeing more confident people walking down the street wearing whatever they want to wear, without wearing compression tops to make them look slim like I'm wearing right now. That's what I want, because then ultimately I'll feel free. I'll feel that I can go out in the street wearing whatever I want. I can go swimming with my kids without worrying about what people are going to look at and think of me. I don't want to live life being insecure and worried anymore. And it will take a while, but the more and more people support each other and we just be more confident and relaxed about this topic, and honestly just don't care what other people think, the sooner we'll all just be free and a little bit more relaxed and confident and have a bit more kind of self-worth about ourselves. So this is very much trying to help myself by helping you. So like, subscribe to the channel, spread the word. I've been Punith. You've been watching The Mailman. Check out the other videos if you haven't. Give you a little bit more insight into other parts of my life. Until next time, take it easy.